Have you ever noticed how time seems to slow down in moments of extreme intensity? The split second before an accident, when every detail sharpens, the crack in the pavement, the glint of sunlight on glass, the sound of your own heartbeat. It's as if the world pauses, inviting you to notice everything you'd normally miss. This is the fight or flight response. It's the body's way of amplifying awareness, giving us the tools to survive a threat, or sometimes to savor a fleeting, life-changing moment. And it's the essence of powerful storytelling. Every second, our eyes dart across our surroundings, constructing a story, a world we can inhabit. But here's the thing, your brain is choosy. It doesn't absorb everything, it filters for meaning. Scientists once believed that our attention was drawn to what stood out. Bright colors, loud sounds, and rapid movements. But research has revealed something far more profound. We focus on what feels meaningful. A cluttered desk in an otherwise orderly room tells a tale of human life, of priorities and pressures. The messy shelf catches our eye more than the pristine sunlit wall, not because it's brighter or louder, but because it whispers a story. Disorder where there should be order. Human traces where there should be stillness. That's what storytelling is about. It's not just about showing what's there, it's about choosing the details that spark curiosity, that connect us to something deeper. Spielberg is well known for this. In Jurassic Park, for example, before we even see a Tyrannosaurus Rex, the film builds anticipation with small, meaningful details. It starts with the curiosity on a kid's face. 2 cups of water ripple on the car dashboard, responding to a distant, thunderous footsteps. The rear view mirror vibrates. The passengers' faces shift moment by moment from curiosity to alarm. These details aren't random. They mimic how our brains work during moments of high stress. When we're in danger or experiencing a heightened emotion, our perception sharpens. We notice more. Time seems to stretch. Spielberg doesn't just show us the T-Rex, he makes us feel its approach. He taps into our own biology, pulling us into the story on a visceral level. This is the magic of suspense. It's not just about what happens, it's about how it's revealed. What's fascinating is that the fight or flight response isn't limited to fear or action. It also appears in moments of love, connection, vulnerability. Think about the nervous energy before a first kiss, or the charged silence, heartfelt confession. In these moments, we notice every detail, the twitch of a hand, the shift of someone's gaze, a blink, the quiver in their voice. Both love and fear tap into the same survival mechanisms. Fear ensures our physical survival, love our survival as a species. Both make us hyper-aware, intensely present. As a storyteller, we can amplify these moments through slow motion, sound distortion, and carefully chosen details. In a love scene, slowing down time allows the audience to savor the moment, to live inside the character's vulnerability. In an action sequence, it heightens tension, making the chaos more intense when time snaps back to normal. This is like a contrast we use in storytelling. So one of the storyteller's secret weapons is contrast. Contrast is a story's ultimate tool to grab and keep attention. By manipulating the speed of a scene, stretching time to show intricate details, then snapping it back to real time, we create an emotional roller coaster and manipulate the viewer's perception, much like the fight or flight response. Take James Cameron and the iconic club scene in the original Terminator. The majority of the scene is shot in slow motion. This holds the viewer's attention on the chance that Sarah Connor will be found by the cyborg. The tension builds as the camera lingers on the details, her hesitant movements and expressions, the shadows on the wall, the heavy air of impending danger. When the action explodes, it feels faster, sharper, more intense. Because we've been lulled into this hyper-awareness by this slow buildup. The contrast doesn't just keep viewers engaged, it makes them feel the intensity of the moment, the stakes on a deeper level. These days, we see the contrast, slow motion, and real time used in the top action films. I'd say almost too much, but at the same time, we all love it. When The Matrix came out, which I just introduced my fiance to, it was mind-blowing. Not just the slow motion, but this rotating slow-mo. Slow motion helps us absorb more details, helping us form actually a better mental model of the scene. You can say a mental model of the whole story. But what makes a detail meaningful? It's not just about what's visually striking or what catches the viewer's eye. It's about what resonates emotionally. A simple untidy shelf catches our attention because it hints at a story. A moment of chaos in a place meant for order. It draws us in. It invites us to wonder about the people who live there, the choices they've made, the struggles they've faced. As a storyteller, we have the power to guide our audience's attention, to choose what they see, what they feel, and how they interpret the world we're creating for them. It's not about overwhelming them with every detail. It's about showing them the right details and giving them time, allowing them to absorb and process what the lead character is experiencing. If you've ever been lost in a movie, odds are the director didn't give you the proper amount of time or space to absorb everything that's going on. So let's understand, it's the details you choose to share in your story. The ripples in the water, the untidy shelf, or that glance that lingers too long. These elements will determine who connects with it. Not everyone will notice the same things, but the people who do, they're your audience. They're the ones who will resonate with your story because it speaks to something they find meaningful. In a world of constant distractions, attention is a precious resource. Some say it's the new oil. If you can hold their attention even for a moment, you have the power to create an experience that lingers. An experience that sticks with them. So, how do you hold attention? Is it by mimicking the way our brains work in moments of intensity? Or by slowing time, sharpening perception, and focusing on the meaningful? Maybe by creating contrast between stillness and chaos, between silence and sound, between anticipation and release? Storytelling isn't just about what happens. It's about how it feels. It's about connecting with something primal. Something universal. Because whether you're running from danger, falling in love, or sitting on the edge of our seats in the dark theater, we all share the same need. That need is to survive, to connect, to matter. What will you show us? And what story will we see?